Hi everyone, so for my project I decided to focus on the gender, sex, and sexuality section, but mainly center my discussion around the topic of sexism. I'm going to show you a quick video revolving around the NCAA March Madness tournament and the inequality between the female and male players.
Videos that have come out about it, and it just shows the very vast difference. There you see it. On the left-hand side is the women's weight room. On the right-hand side is the men's weight room. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to see that these two are completely different. There's a video that's now been viewed over 10 million times on Twitter, and we're about to show it to you here. Check it out.
I got something to show y'all. So for the NCAA March Madness, the biggest tournament in college basketball for women, this is our weight room. Let me show y'all the men's weight room. Now, when pictures of our weight room got released versus the men's, the NCAA came out with a statement saying that it wasn't money, it was space that was a problem. Let me show y'all something else. Here's our practice court, right? And then here's that weight room. And then here's all this extra space. If you aren't upset about this problem, then you're a part of it.
Okay, so since Oregon Sedona Prince's video has been released, this was the statement from the NCAA that she mentioned. It says, "We acknowledge that some of the amenities teams would typically have access to have not been as available inside the controlled environment. In part, this is due to the limited space, and the original plan was to expand the workout area once additional space was available later in the tournament." That was by Lynn Holtzman, VP of NCAA women's basketball. She since has said they fell short and it will be remedied by tomorrow. And one can only hope. So, Harry, we're going to bring you back in for this. And I just want to get your thoughts.
So this source relates to the topic of sexism because it has everything to do with discrimination and inequality between the sexes. The women's players' weight room was nowhere near as nice as the men's, and for what reason? All the potential causes such as money and space were proved to be not the case. The only reasonable answer at that point was that the men's basketball teams were seen as more important than the women's team. NCAA prioritized the men's teams over all 64 of the women's. It's not fair or right for the women to be stuck with 4 little dumbbells while the men get a huge gym full of equipment. They all made to the NCAA tournament and worked hard to be there, so why aren't they receiving the same opportunity? A social theory that revolves around sexism is the feminist theory. The feminist theory is a form of a conflict theory that is a critical analysis of the way gender affects societal structures, power, and inequality. The struggle over the resource of dominance between men and women is what creates the conflict here. Because males are seen as dominant, it hurts society economically because females aren't put to their full potential. It's also what creates the inequality amongst men and women revolving around wage gaps, opportunities, etc. And that's how the topic connects to the social theory.